Ryan Luna.
Thank you. Thank you. First day of 6th grade. Got my clothes all laid out. Every once in a while, I glance over and make sure they're still there. Now, that may seem a little paranoid unless you've lived on the south side of San Antonio. Now, if this was the south side now, I wouldn't be surprised if someone stole that last sentence. My dad's alarm goes off, and I grab the only two things he was able to buy for me for that year. It's the 80s. I strut out in my brand new pinstripe gray leather pants with enough zippers to make Michael Jackson go, damn! My dad drops me off at my grandma's before school, and this way he can go looking for work. Now, this is where I get ready. And by get ready, I mean do everything I can to hide this head of hair that may as well be a sombrero. And not just to the kids at school, but to my grandma as well. Hey, where did you get that curly, kinky hair? Not from any of us. Mira, head like a sponge. Great grandma says I have hair like Jesus. Stupido, she meant the maintenance man, Jesus. Still a good guy, still a good guy. I sneak into the bathroom. Aquanet? No way. What's mouse? And you better not be playing with my moose. I'm not. Bring on the 6th grade. I finally get to school, and I don't know. I don't know if the sun catches the glint of one of my many zippers or what, but all of a sudden, my pants become the focal point of the entire classroom. Hey, check it out. It looks like Kmart threw up on you. Hey, it looks like Duran Duran began in Mexico. Hey, you know what? Our gardener got married in the same outfit. Okay, the ha-has lack a little imagination, but they think they hurt the most. This radical leather camouflage I was hoping for has now made me a target, especially since it wasn't real leather. Now, the secret of my poverty belongs to everyone around me. A few months earlier, though, I had every G.I. Joe and Superman t-shirt out there. I mean, in other words, I had it all. I didn't know it was all stolen. He's not a criminal. Okay, yeah, by definition, he's a criminal, but he's not a villain. He never took anything for himself. He didn't have any fancy clothes, fancy jewelry, and he wore the same metal watch with the elastic band. After Dad got arrested, he couldn't find work. We lost our apartment. We were officially homeless. Everything we owned now fit inside 2 grocery bags. We ate out of a cooler, and we read comic books by flashlight. And it was at this time that I discovered the scariest word in the English language: tomorrow. Fear of tomorrow became my lullaby. Shame became my shadow. And I thought the only way to protect myself was to hide my shame away. 2 years go by, and my dad comes home with some great news. Hey, mijo, I got some great news. I got a job. That's great, Dad. Where at? At 7-Eleven, right by your school where all your friends hang out. Yeah. And that shame crept up inside me, only this time it transformed itself into rage. I roamed through life looking for fights. Hiding from my shame didn't help. Fighting didn't either, so what else was there? It's 3 a.m. one night. I can't sleep, so I head to 7-Eleven. I see my dad through the window, and before I could rethink the timing of it all, he sees me. Are you crazy? What are you doing out here this late? Dad, I just wanted to come by. Get in here right now, right now. Siéntate ahí. Sit down. I want to tell you that I'm sorry. I know, Dad, I'm sorry. You're sorry. No, you go ahead. I interrupted you. What were you going to say? I want to tell you that I'm sorry for the way things turned out, you know? Everything you missed out on. Sorry you had a dad that went to jail. All your other friends' dads are out there and they got suits and you You got a dad that works here. I know, mijo. I'm not stupid. I know. Okay? And I'm sorry. I look around this 7-Eleven, place I'd been ashamed of, the man I'd been ashamed of, and I see a stack of comic books by his desk that I know he's bringing home to me so that in his eyes, I can learn from real heroes. But in my story, heroes don't wear capes. My hero wears a smock and that metal watch with the elastic band. I'd forgotten that while I was busy trying to forget who I was. That night was the first time we ever talked about what we'd gone through, the first time we'd ever shined a light on it. And by shining a light, well, hell, nobody can solve a problem in the dark. Maybe ninjas can. I don't know any ninjas, so I can't tell you. I don't know any. But in that light, I saw my dad. I saw myself. Now, I didn't go to school the next day and say, hey, my dad works for 7-Eleven and the line starts right here, ladies. No, I just, I stopped hiding. I stopped fighting. And eventually, I even stopped putting mousse in my hair. If you're hiding or fighting from your shame, or if you're staying at a friend's house tonight just so you can eat, shine a light on your story. Own it. Share it. And let others know that outside these impossible walls of our shame, the air is breathable. And we don't ever have to be afraid of tomorrow. Thank you.
Brian, I hope you can hear me. That was